Ms. Crownover, are we going to have a budget deal?
Yes, we are.
We're going to have a budget deal in the next couple days?
Yes, we are.
Can you tell us the details, please? It'll just be among the 120 of us.
Okay, if you all will keep it secret.
Okay.
No, I think we're very, very close. We have worked so hard and been very respectful of the process, and I think that we are close. And it is a challenging time. It's an unprecedented time, but I think through the diligence and the hard work and the respect for the process, I think we're going to come out with a good product at the end.
Why are you so optimistic? It seems like school finance has been an enormous hurdle to get over, and there's no indication that the two sides are close yet. Maybe you know something the rest of us don't. And if you do, please do tell us.
Well, I just think it's very, very, very important that we get this done. Coming back in a special session on school finance, there's no good to come from that. I think we need to do the best job that we possibly can, give the schools something to work with. It's important to think about, we talk about cuts, but if you look at the runs, and the runs are quite important now, because it's kind of a new factor when you can plug all that into a computer and suddenly everybody knows whether they win or lose. But it's important to remember, like in my school systems, one wins, one loses on each run. So we have to be big picture people and get this right. It's about the state of Texas. It's not about each individual school system. I think coming back in a special session would bring us no closer. And if you look at the runs, they're between a 5 and an 8% cut. My church is dealing with that right now. And you have to remember that in the first year, you also have the $850 million of the EDGE jobs on top. I talked to one of my superintendents, and she was thinking the EDGE job was the $850 million was already in the runs, but it's not. So that's on top of the runs. So that makes it, that improves the situation.
Senator Williams, you represent an area like Representative Taylor, Representative Crownover, to which people move for good schools. People move out of the city, often out to places like the Woodlands for good schools. Do you worry that even a 5 to 8% cut, which is Representative Crownover says, a lot of people are having to cut their budgets these days, will affect the quality of public education in your area to the point that your folks are going to go, hey, wait a minute, when we moved out here, we thought we were going to get a good deal, and now suddenly the problems that we left behind are following us out to the Woodlands?
Well, I hope not, and we've listened carefully to our school districts, and they're giving us the signal that while this is not something they love, this is something that they can live with. And the Senate drew a line on the chalkboard, and we said, here's where we want to be with public education. And although we're not funding it at the level that I would like, we are putting more money into public education than we did in the last biennium. Now, clearly, the funding level should be higher.
Well, growth has made it so that
growth is when you're growing by one Fort Worth school district every year. That size it has a big effect. So we're going to have to do more with less, and we're going to have to see more efficiencies in our school districts. And I have some very efficient districts that I represent, and some that aren't so efficient. And I hope that we can move everybody toward that more efficient model. But in the meantime, what I would say is I'm grateful for the way the processes work. The House and the Senate were far apart when we started. They've come up to our number on public education, and I think that if we can get a school finance bill, we'll be out of here.